Hey everybody, welcome to Alisas Art Room. Today we're going to be working some more on my Country Farmhouse junk journal. Y'all come in and say hi, let me know you're here. We are currently live on Facebook if you see the little red button at the top left. If not, you're catching a replay. I'll get you guys pulled up so I can see chat. Hey Dawn, thanks for letting me know sound is good. Appreciate it. Hey Lori. Alright, so not sure what we're doing today, but we're going to do something in here. I haven't got a plan. I don't know why, but I don't. I found another one of those Vital Times little joke things. I'll show you when I get the camera the right direction because it still doesn't flip on this part for some reason. Yeah, I don't see a button. I don't know why they're not adding it back. Who knows? All right, so I think I might try to use those rooster breads today, but I don't know. I've got things kind of planned. We'll see. All right, I think I got everybody here, looks like, and I have sound good, so I'm gonna go ahead and pull the camera up top. 1 second. Okay, I think that's good. All right. Let's see, what shall we do today? So I printed out a couple of things I thought would work for some of the pockets we made. Printed this one out. This was a freebie I found somewhere online. I don't know where exactly. It's been a while. But I think that'll work there. It's got, like, you know, vegetables and fruits and stuff, so I figured it'll work. And it's black and white. I didn't have a lot of black and white images. Not that I couldn't just print one in black and white instead of color. Could always do that, but I tried to find one. And then here, I printed this one a little bit larger. I put a decal edge on it, and I think I'm gonna back it on something. It's cardstock, but it's still not quite as stiff as I would like it to go into a tuck like that. So I'll back this onto something, probably just black, honestly. Probably. We'll do that. And then, let's see. I printed this one a little bit bigger, the hay bale that we had. I did decal it and I inked it. This one, it is a little see-through. I could put some paper on there just for journaling on. So I might do that. We'll see. I might save it for last because it's not a huge deal. Got envelopes to work in. What else did I do? I printed this for this page and did the decal edge, inked it. Same thing. I'm not sure if I'm going to back it or not. I thought the colors worked okay with this page. So I basically went through and just printed out the proper size for some of these pockets. This one I am going to back. So I need to back this one and this one. I don't know where that other one was now. It was on the goat, right? I think a goat was in the first one. Yeah, there he is. There's the little goat. All right, so we'll do those two. So this one's black and this one, not sure. Let me see. Some colors sitting here. We have red. Not a good red. Possibly. Probably not green, although there is some green over here. I hate putting reds and greens together because this is actually a poinsettia. A lot of these chicken ones were Christmassy. I don't know why. I didn't notice it when I bought them, but they were. Which wasn't really what I was looking for, but they're working okay, so I'm not going to freak out about it too much. But it did kind of surprise me because I was like, oh, I didn't really want Christmassy. Let's see if I have another, if I have a black scrap. I do not see one. I have to grab a sheet. I thought I cut one the other day, but maybe not. Looks like on this one too. We might just use it on both. A lot of times it's just a good go-to. The only catch is, of course, you have to use a gel pen, like a white jelly pen or a silver or something, to write on it. Not that that's a huge deal. All right, so I think we'll do that. We'll just do them both on black. I mean, mostly because I don't think I'm going to find a red that really matches that red, and then it will probably look a little bit off. Let's see, what else do I have? I have, like I said, I think I want to try to use these little brads, these little rooster brads. And I've got some tags that I printed out. And they're the tailor-made journals down on the farm. And she had some little rooster tags in her kit. Okay. So I fussy cut all those out. Because, of course, they've got the curved edges. Which I like and I don't like. I don't like having to fussy cut them. But they are pretty. So I'm thinking I can use a brad with this somehow. I gotta figure it out. I just don't know exactly, but so this one will do, this one will do. And then I had those map pages I didn't quite finish. Just need turned into something. So I wonder what page. It's gonna need a page that I can use the other side of. Possibly one of the red ones. Where's those tags at? Where'd I stick them? Girl, you lose them already? Oh, they're there, right in front of me. I want to see if red will work with these okay. Yeah, I think so. Alright, so I might use that page. I have another one of those somewhere. Or I have that red. I think the other red's better, but let me just look. Oh, that's kind of pretty too. It's a little brighter. It does show them off better. Maybe I'll go with that one. I like this on the other side too. That's kind of nice. Maybe I'll do that page. Alright, so let's go ahead and do those little backgrounds. And this is just plain on the other side. I'm not sure if I'm going to put a hole through it or not with the brads, but I might. So I want to be prepared in case I am. Alright. I think that's all I did. Yeah, I think so. Alright, so let's back those real quick. It won't take that long. Move this out of the way. And here, we'll just set these in here for right now so I don't lose them. little piece right here, and that one will be there, right there, and well, that one's going to be longer. I'll do it to this one, and then I'll trim it for the other one. Does that still work for that side too? I think so. It doesn't have to be much, like I said. I might decal this one. I didn't decal it, but I might. It does look pretty deckled. So, I might do that. But I don't think I'm going to decal that part. Where is my cutter? There it is. I don't think I need the whole thing out. So, where's that line? This one. That's going to be the wrong direction. Let's do it this way. And that one. I gotta see which one of these fits better. Fits okay there. Okay there. This one's going to be a little bit smaller once I decal it. It'll probably be fine once I decal it for that one. Oh, it must be wider. Yeah, it is. I think this piece is a little wider. So we'll put that one there. We'll trim this one to fit about there. All right. That goes there. Let me grab my decal. I don't have a lot of room, so sometimes it frays a lot when I don't have a lot of room to use this decal, but I think I can make it work. I think I have enough room. That side is fine. The bottom's close. If you don't have enough room for it to hit both edges of the decal, it you know, where it goes in and out, it makes it more frayed, like it does like this kind of thing. You can see the little pieces. So you have to have a decent amount of room, or you get that. Not that it's, you know, a huge deal, but I'd prefer it not to do that. All right, that's, I forget which one it was. That was that one. All right, this is this one. And ink or not to ink? Doesn't really need inked, but I might. Okay. Probably just this vintage. How are you all doing? Everybody having a good week? I have an extra doctor's appointment this month because I had to switch insurances because Dave lost his insurance because didn't get enough movie work, and so I had to get the, you know, the affordable healthcare stuff, and they didn't bother to tell me I was going to need a referral. So I went to my doctor's appointment and was ready to get my medication. And they're like, nope, we can't give it to you. You got to go get a referral. I'm like, what? So I didn't have a normal doctor because I don't ever go to the doctor, honestly, except for my meds. And so I had to get a provider because, of course, the insurance company picked a provider that was gone. The location had permanently closed. I was like, oh, well, that's not going to work. So I had to go find one and then, you know, pray they can get me in for an appointment. Finally found one, and I get to go tomorrow. And of course, they didn't want me to just come in for a referral. They're like, well, we need you to do like a yearly physical. I'm like, seriously? So of course I have to fast, and I'm still eating practically nothing because I still can't chew. And so trying to fast when you're already not eating very much is not fun. But yeah, so I get to go be poked tomorrow. I'm sure they'll do blood and stuff, which I hate. I'm not good with needles. I'm a wimp. So that'll be fun. Not. But I'm sure I need a physical, to be fair. I haven't had one forever. Because I don't like to go to the doctor. Not that I don't think anybody likes to go to the doctor, but I just don't. And if I'm not sick, I'm not going. You know? Tweezers. Yeah, pick that up. Alright. Let's see if we can center this guy. Alright, that looks good. Okay, there's one. It looks better. This one. I know this isn't necessarily the funnest thing to watch, but I figure sometimes you get people who are new and they don't think about these things or know these things as far as, you know, putting a back behind it and make it look prettier and all that. So I figure it's helpful for somebody. Quit hitting that card. Okay. All right. There we go. 2 of those down. In their little spots. I couldn't find anything with goats, so I just went something with the colors, which works fine. I don't think the other one's in there. Oh, I've got 2 here. I think it's this one. Alright, there. Alright, 2 down. And we got that back thing. Let's see what we can do with these tags. So, I was thinking I can hook them together somehow with the brads and do something. I'm not 100% sure what. It may just be really kind of simple. I don't know if I'll find another way to use these. Hopefully. But I thought there's actually an extra 1 or 2 in here because my printer didn't print the whole page the first time I did it, so I had to do it twice. So I ended up with some duplicates. Okay, so it's this one. Which one looks better? I'll just go with this one. I think the rest of them are different. Some of them are like kind of the same image, but reversed. Those are the same. They look about the same. We'll just use that one. That one's a little, see, it's basically, I don't know, it's almost the same as that, except I guess it's got this rooster. That one has that rooster. They're a little bit different. Is this one the same? Nope. All right. I don't know how many I'm going to use. And then she had some that were fatter. These are a little bit wider. So I could just do these 3 together. So I was thinking I could just put them together, poke a hole, put the little brad in there, and have it like a little, you know, interactive kind of tag. I don't think I need to back them. They're cardstock. And then these, I don't need this many, I don't think. I can only fit probably a couple of groups on here, and I might decorate the page with something else, or so if I put one like this and then have it to where it can spin. I just want to make sure that this is even feasible. Maybe, oh, there's another fat one. I didn't even notice that one. It's not the same as any of those, is it? Maybe I'll just use these 3. Are they the same? Yeah, they're the same. I don't think I want more than 3 on there. So if I do 3 there, and then do 1, 2, maybe these 3. That one's got flowers, that one's got wheat. Got 3 different colored roosters, yes. So maybe just 2 batches or 3 batches. I don't know if I can fit 3, make it make sense. If I do 3, you probably can't spin them on the inside very well. I'm thinking they'll do better on the outside. So maybe I'll just pick, all right, so these 3 or these 3. So I like that one. Oh, that's the same as that. Okay, well that eliminates that issue. And then I kind of like this one. I think I like this one. I don't know. Yeah, I think I'll do this. I might use those somewhere else, but for this page, we'll do these 2 groups. So I could do 2 groups, I think somewhere out here, and then something here, I think. The question is, do I want it on a flip out so they could be journaled on or something? Let's see. If I did a little flip out. Sorry, I have to talk to myself. We have some, I know I have like some envelopes and stuff floating around here. I'm trying to see what I have that I could do a flip out with that I haven't used yet. How about maybe an envelope? Do I have some lace? I've got file folders. Coffee dyed file folder. What does a coffee dyed file folder look like? Possibility. Let's see if I did something like this. not sure, guys. I gotta think this through. All right. Flip out, flip out, flip out. I don't think I want it on that. Didn't do any of those kind of envelopes yet, so let's see. I've got a billion envelopes, so junk mail or otherwise. Not sure. Not 100% sure. Let's see. What do we got? What is this? Bigger than what I need. I don't think I want a window. Got lots of windows. I don't think I want a window. Goodness gracious, my envelopes are getting a little bit much. What is this one? Oh, it's pink. We don't want pink. Not that it matters. I'll probably cover most of it up. I don't know if I have regular envelopes in this one. There might be in my other one. I don't see any. Goodness, this is getting full. I think I can stop collecting them for a while, right? Seems like it. Getting a little bit overboard on the envelopes. How about... Oops, just dropped everything. Sticks. We got white. We got coin envelope. More white. No colors in here, I guess. I had a red one the other day. Probably in the Christmas stuff. It's most likely where it is. Alright. I don't know. Do I do a flip out? Is it too decorative? I don't know where it is. Alright, moving on an envelope. I'm leaning toward maybe just a file folder. Oh, here's a little piece of a file folder. Alright, maybe. I'm thinking if I do it as a flip out, I can put them on the edge and then decorate this with something. I was trying to think of a way that they could be journaled on easier. Not that it's a big deal, but I have them on the... I don't think I want it this wide. I only want it a little bit wide. And then the other side I could just keep on there as a pocket or something on the other side. Now I have to decide if I really like that red. Also got this color. And if I'm going to put the brad on here, I don't have to worry about going through it. What's on the other side of that? If I do the red in that color. The chickens on the outside of this one. Maybe. Alright, let's just cut it and see what happens. I'm just going to cut it to the size of this page. Where is my pencil? About there. I'll put it on this one. That way I don't have a whole lot to decorate with. Well, I might put something there. I don't know what. A transfer or something maybe. If it doesn't show through. What are you looking for? Girl, you done forgot. My brain. I'm gonna do this. Bottom. Hope it'll go through this. Just barely. Alright, and then we don't need it this long. I'm thinking I just want it long enough that they can kind of grab a hold of, and you can still see the backs of them. The question is, do I want to put them sideways? I think I want to put them long ways. That way the rooster can be the right direction. And then have them come out like that. So that would put it about there. So that would put one side. It's also a good size for a pocket, I think. I don't want to cut both the same if it's not. Which side do I want on which side? I think I want this on the back. If it comes out this way, will they go here or here? I think here. Guess I can decide it later. So there, and then I'm going to want them to turn. Yeah, that should be feasible. So about here. Do this side, this one. I hope this works. I'm literally just trying to figure it out as we go. We shall see. So that'll be on that side, and then the other side's going to be a pocket, which does not need to be that deep. Oh, can't put a pocket there. Oh, well, backtrack. Okay, can't put a pocket there, so might be back to the red. I could look in one of the others and see if there's a thick paper. It has to be thick enough to handle it. I could put a pocket there. I might make me want to move that though. Where else could I put that? I could put it there instead. Let's do that. Alright, so maybe here. Got a white edge on there. Should I ink that? I'm going to ink it while I'm thinking of it. When I printed it, I didn't get that edge. I just don't like the white on there. Get that off while I'm thinking about it here. Top fine? Yep, top's fine. Maybe a tiny bit. This really isn't for looks, it's just to get rid of the white. There, better. All better. Alright, let's see if I can get it back where it went. The right direction. Okay. I think I could put it here. And then the pocket would be over part of that, which is fine. It's just a background. But we don't need it that deep, so I want our pocket to be maybe here. So this is going to flip out. So we got to glue it somewhere. I think I can glue it on the base of that and be fine. Yeah. We'll just make a narrow pocket, not real deep, like about here. And the red will help the red in the roosters. On the opposite page. Well, I guess, I don't know if you'll see them or not. Maybe not. I don't know. The red seemed a little overpowering for this particular color file folder. So this will be the pocket. This will be the flip out. Is that the right direction? Or is it the other way? No, it has to be that way. Okay. So that's my pocket. It's more like a tuck than a pocket, but you know, sort of the same purpose. I don't have anything I can just throw in there. Yeah, I do, but here. I'll grab one of these cards just so you can see what I mean. So pocket. We'll go there. That'll work fine. We'll glue here, and this will flip out. So this is going to flip out. We're going to do something on here. Probably, I think it may be a transfer. And then these can go here. Probably the fat ones on the bottom. The skinny ones on the top. I'm not putting them together yet until I figure it out for sure. So something like this, and maybe words in the middle or words on top. Something. I'll have to look at my words. I haven't looked at them in a while. Alright, so if I'm going to do a transfer there, I probably should do it before I glue this because it's going to bump. And I don't need to deal with a bump. So let's pull this out and we'll just mark this so I know where it goes. That's where that goes. And let's see, what would be a transfer that would look cute with that and that? So let's look in our Farmhouse transfers, which Bonnie just sent me some. I also have horses, but probably should do something with rooster or something. So I've got these. I don't know which ones will fit. I have some I've already cut out. Let's see what's left in my stash. Is there anything in there? Truck's too big, of course. I guess these are all the roosters. I used a lot of my chickens and roosters because I did a clock with chickens and roosters. I think I want something bigger. So probably not none of these little ones. It's too long. I know some of you hate the green tractors. We're not going to name names. That's too big. Let's see what's in the whole set. I also have those silky chickens, but I don't think they really match super well. Is there any smaller ones in here? Surely there is. You had multiple too. Essential Scents will sent me a pack, and I bought a pack, and you sent me a pack. So I'm set. But that's okay because, you know, they're one-time use, and once they use them, that's kind of it. I don't see anything that's going to fit in this spot. I could cut him out. I'd lose the cow. Is there anything else? I think I could find more that would fit there. I'm going to pull out. The barn is just too big, I think. Oh, it might barely fit. If I did the barn and then maybe some of the roosters on the bottom or something. The cows are definitely, I'm pretty sure the cows are too big. Yeah, they're too big. Except for the one cow. But the barn might work. I think it'll just work. This is going to flip out, so it's not like it's going to cover it, because that'll be behind. I think I like this direction. Let's cut this one out. Get my big scissors. I don't know if I have one cut already. I'm not gonna take the time to figure that out. I'm just gonna cut this one out. Alright, so put a barn there. That'll work. And then something maybe at the base. And our roosters here. Let's see. I already have a rooster over there too. Maybe too many roosters. Some chickens. I don't know that they'll go over that transfer very well. Sometimes they don't. Got a couple of individuals. They look a little big. I guess if they're really in the forefront, if this is in the background further, I can make it look believable. All right, let's cut a few of them out. So I think we'll go with this guy. And I think I had one of those others in that small cutout pieces. So we'll go with him. And then one of the little girls. Where'd that envelope go? You just had it. How'd you lose it already? What? Lose my mind, guys, if it was not attached. There it is. All right. I know I had some in here. Let's see what we got. I thought I did anyway. Oh, there. All right. She's awful big. I think I have a smaller one of her. All right, so maybe him. I don't know. Little piggy. It doesn't have to be chickens. I just think it kind of works with the scene. Could do a little piggy maybe. I don't know if mixing them's gonna work, so don't drop up. Oh, sorry. Whew. Getting too old to stretch like that. Put you guys in here. Is that little piggy smaller? No. Okay. Alright. I'm just gonna keep those out for a second until I figure this out. I know I've got smaller hens here. Where'd they go? Where's that page? There it is. Okay. Smaller hen. Here's one. Alright, a smaller hen maybe. So a hen, roosters. Maybe one more hen. One of the ones that's leaning maybe. I think I want the white one though. That one looks a little smaller. Let's do him. I can get in there to him. Okay. Maybe those three. Let's see, how can we line them up and make them look good? They're too big to go on, like on top of the barn or anything. So if we put this guy here in the middle, I want her facing maybe something like this, maybe. I'll draw some ground or something so it's not just them sitting there. I'll put something there. Okay, maybe those. I'm winging this. I hate winging it. It's like I'm always afraid it's going to just look awful. It'll be hideous, but we'll see. Alright, not the horses today. Okay. So I gotta make a ground somehow. I could possibly do it after. So yeah, that. I think I want this high enough to where I can put them in the foreground so it makes sense because this barn is so, you know, small proportionally. But if it's in the background, it will make more sense. I think I can put it right there. Let's just go for it. Let's just do it. I hope it works out. All right, my fold. Let's see it good. Okay, and then see if we can get it straight. That's always the trick. I think it's not really, the bottom's not, I don't think the bottom edge is straight, is it? Maybe it is. Feels like it's not though. I think about like this. Hopefully it's straight enough. Grab our little tool. So these rub-ons are from Essential Stencil. I'll put the link in my description on the YouTube. I'm going to post it there. And I have a code Artt Room that gets you 10% off if you do want to purchase any. I believe these are still in stock, these Farmhouse ones. They've had them for a while, and I think they do well, so they're probably still in stock. This is like coming loose already because there's like an air bubble there, and it just keeps pulling it. Okay, I think that's good. Okay, there's that. That works fine. And then these are going to go somewhere down here. I think we'll just kind of space them out a little bit. Maybe like this or something. And then I want ground, but I think I'm going to put the ground after, because I'm a little worried about it being wet if I do it now, because I'm probably going to use like a watercolor marker or something. We should probably start with him. I think I want him lower. Higher or lower? Lower. We'll put them just slightly higher. So he's going to go here. We'll have to do them because I didn't trim it very much. Oops. Tried to come right off of there. One, put over here somewhere. Higher or lower? Not too much higher, I don't think. Maybe just a little higher or a lot higher. Maybe there. Let's just put it there. I'll draw some like maybe grass and flowers or something on there. I don't know. Where's the other one? There it is. She can go. Not quite at the same height as that one. Okay, there's that. And then, let's see, I think I will use, I don't think I have flowers that are small enough in any of my transfers. I had some in the grass and flowers in the chickens, but I think they're all too big. Like these, yeah, these are all too big. I don't think any of that's small enough to make sense. These silkies are a lot bigger. Anything small on the other side? Maybe. I'll probably just paint it. Open. There's a few that could possibly work. I don't know, they're awfully big, I think. Yeah, I think they're too big. I'm just gonna paint it. Alright, so let me see. Watercolor pencils probably. Go with Kimberly's. I have the Tim Holtz ones, but they're not as sharp. I also have like markers and stuff, but I think I'm gonna use these. So we've got some greens in here. We're just gonna put, let's start with, is that brown or purple? That's brown. Alright, so we're just gonna throw some ground in here for them to be standing on. A little bit of ground up here. I'll be first, and then we'll do some flowers or something, just grass, just a little bit of grass. It doesn't take a whole lot, just gonna give it some character. Just enough to, you know, make it look like they're standing on something that makes more sense. Because if you don't add something like that, then they're just floating in the air, and they don't need to be just floating in the air. And it doesn't really have to have a whole lot through here, but we'll just put a little, just to give it some texture. Okay, so now they're more in the foreground. I think these flowers could have some color on a couple of them. A little bit of orange maybe. Just make a couple of them some sort of flower. Maybe one there or something. Let's see, let me think about where it looks good. Maybe here. A couple little ones. I'll put another red. I'll do another red one. Just a teeny one here. The flowers are cute, so I'll put flowers. A little bit of yellow in there, a little bit of yellow in there. Okay, that's feasible. And anything else? Wish I have a saying or something. I'm not going to wet this. I think the pencil itself is doing just fine. It'll look like that. So they have a ground now. It just helps make it make sense. And then I want sayings. Where are my sayings? Do you think I can find them? Are they in the holder? They might be in the holder. And then we'll work on my brad thing. We might get it done, guys. Let me put this up. Alright, let's see. Labels. Let's see if they're in this one. I feel like they are, but it says Halloween and coffee. Beauty of nature, butterfly, so we have some nature. I know there's Farmhouse, I just don't know if they're in here. Because it's my set. These are the nature ones, these are fall. These are fall. The Farmhouse ones aren't in here. Where did I hide them? I saw a few just random pieces. I also had a sticker thing. I don't know if there's anything on it. Let's see. We have Farmhouse, make yourself at home. So I got the, oh, that's got the white paneling behind it. That doesn't really work. It doesn't work for there. Where did I put those? I don't think they're in here. I have labels everywhere, guys. There's labels everywhere. More fall. Journal. Oh, here we go. There's a few. Farm Fresh. Rise and Shine would be good, maybe, if I had it bigger. These are all very small. I have them bigger somewhere. Where are my tweezers? Uh-oh, you didn't put your tweezers back where they go. Shame on you. We'll try these. What's in here? I don't know what's in here. What have we got? Anything that makes... These are all horse ones, I think. A little bit country. Yeah, these are all the horse ones. What's this one? Is this Farmhouse? Get out of there. Come on. Yep. How about that? Whoops. Maybe. I'd like it to be a little bigger. I also like the Rise and Shine. Is this Rise and Shine? It is. Rise and Shine. Maybe. I'm going to figure out where I have a whole envelope of these printed out. I know I do. I just don't know where I stuck them. Put them somewhere. I thought they were in this container, but they are not. Or at least if they are, I'm not finding them. So I'm just moving this real quick to make sure I don't see them. I bet they're in a holder. Sun Plaza. Blind tags, packaging, textures, fussy cuts. Nope, I'm not seeing them. Gotta be somewhere. That might work. The Rise and Shine might work. It's a little smaller than I wanted, but it might work. I do have labels. I made them. I sell them on my Etsy. But did I remember to print any out? I guess not. Because I'm not seeing them. Nope, I'm not seeing them. Alright. Well, we'll go with the Rise and Shine. It'll do for now. Alright. It's not bad anyway. It's fine. I'm going to ink it though. It's got a little bit of white on the edge. I always feel like Rise and Shine works when there's a rooster in the picture anyway. So we'll do that. I don't know what I'm going to put on with that one. I may have to print more labels and figure it out. We'll make it work for right now. Alright, so this is going to go here, just centered somewhere. Oh, there's my tweezers. They were right in front of me. Okay. Not there. I like these purple ones. They work well. They're the, I think they were scrapbook.com ones. I'm not sure. The black ones don't work as well. And I don't know why. They look almost identical, but they're flimsier. Definitely do not work as well. All right, so we're going to glue this on. Like that. I think I'm going to round it. Where's my rounder? Okay. This is the side. That, and then we'll ink it. And then we're just going to put these on here somehow. Which side goes under? Okay, that side's under, so this is the side that'll show for sure. Coffee dyed this folder a long time ago. I think think I had done a bunch of them. I need to do some more. I think I'm down to my last one. So that's going to be that way. So this will be the side that needs it. I don't think it needs a notch or anything. It will be pretty obvious that it's a pocket. Okay, so that's going to go like that. These will definitely need ink, so I better keep that out. Actually, it's pretty dark though. I think I'll use scorched timber on those. It should be sitting here. There it is. I try to keep my favorites close to me so I can find them. Alright, so we're going to glue this 3 sides basically. So here, here, and here. And hopefully get it stuck on there right. Just going to be a little pocket on that side. So I'm going to glue the side the pocket is. Just enough to make it stick on that edge of the paper. And then that's going to go like that. So let's see if I can line it up. I want to make sure I'm not on the fold. So just outside the fold so that I can go around the page just right. And make sure it looks okay on the other side for my tuck. And I'll probably decorate that with something. Alright, so that'll work fine. And then these guys are going to go here somehow. So we're going to back them. I feel like I should, but it takes so much time. I may not. I think I'm just going to ink them. Although it would look better backed. I could just back them and not have this shape. It's the shape that'll kill me. That's going to take up all the time. What color would I want to use? I prefer not to have it dark. How about... do I have just some coffee dyed, maybe lined paper or something? It doesn't have to be super heavy. I could just put it just inside a little bit. Or I do cardstock and do like a beige or even craft, probably be all right. I don't think I want dark. I don't think I want red. Where's my lined papers? I have a whole container of them somewhere. So if I do lined, I could just put it just inside that area, I guess. But that's, see, this is the fussy cutting of it that's going to be a pain if I do that. Or I could just put this here. And maybe cut it straight cardstock, or I do cardstock. I don't like that color. That's the craft paper one. The brown's going to look better. I was trying not to go dark, but it's probably going to look better. That's shades way off. I don't like that shade. Maybe not that shade. Where's that other brown? So many shades of brown. Get another one. Is that different? I can't tell. It's either different or the same. Is it different? I think it is. I don't know. I really think I like the brown better. I don't know. What do y'all think? Is the craft okay? Or the brown? This means using a gel pen again. Not that it's a big... Whoever gets it may not even journal on them. I don't know. Or I put lined paper, which is... What do you got for lined paper? whole stack of them here. Just do some sort of lined paper on there. Color's okay. I don't know if I have enough of it. I'm gonna have this kind. Some of it's coffee dyed, some of it's not, so just put a little lined paper. I don't like that one as much as that one. And I have just index card lined paper. I think it's big enough. It's big enough for that one. It's not big enough for that one. It's a grid. Bet you I don't have more of that. Let's see, grid paper. I think grid's a possibility. Some of these have birds on them. This one. It's not too bad. The color's okay. What do you think? Lined? And just trim it to fit? Just so they're not plain. I've got enough of that. I don't have enough of that. And I have this, which is similar. And this, which is similar. They have like plants and things. Alright, maybe lined. I'll lose my chickens. Get them mixed in with my lined papers and I'll never find them. Do I still have all three? Yeah. Okay. Alright, so I'm leaning toward the lined and just trimming it out. Because they don't have to be thick. I could probably put them on there with glue stick. So do I want to use this one? Yeah, I'll just stick with the same kind. So this, I like the dots. I like the dots. Okay, let's try this. Wasn't what I was going to do. As long as I don't run out of time, it's fine. Make sure I have enough for all of it, because I might not. I might have to use some of the others too. Alright, so I could put these three. They gotta be the right direction, so. Alright, what about the fat one? Do a fat one. Do that one. Another fat one fit on there. Go up a little higher. Yep, I can do one there, one there, one there. And then this one, I can do one there, one there. They should be the same on the other side, but I'll double check just to make sure. There's some flowers, but they're not going to be a problem. Alright, so we'll glue all these down. How about this one? Yep, that's fine. Alright, move it down because there is a flower on the other side. Okay, glue stick? Probably. Glue stick, where are you hiding? There you are. And cardboard. I'm not going to punch the hole until I get them together, so it'll just make life easier. Let's see, let's do it this way. Okay. Try to get them somewhat straight. So my lines are somewhat straight. I didn't ink them, but I could ink them after because I'm going to trim it anyway. This is going to be a tad bit time consuming, unfortunately, because I didn't think of it ahead of time. Hopefully these stick okay. Getting a lot of they'll curl, but once they dry, it'll flatten right back out. Let me zoom back out. I don't know if I'm staying in camera. Okay, where was this? It was up there, the very top. Where'd my rag go? Oh no. There it is. Sometimes the glue stick picks it back up for you, but sometimes it doesn't. All right, that should be all right. Now, fun part. Whew. Not sure how I'm gonna do this hole. I'm thinking I might ink it because it's obviously too big for my hole, but I don't think you'll see it. I think the rooster will cover most of it up. I'm pretty sure. All right, let's try to trim these guys out. Big or little? Maybe big. Hopefully it won't take me forever. Trying not to cut into it too much, but I did cut into it a little bit. Not a big deal. Curves I really wasn't wanting to deal with. If I had thought about it, I would have went ahead and backed them before, but I didn't really think about it. I know I could use the little ones, but honestly I do just as well for the big ones, and the big ones are better on the long stretches. A little bit of wet glue here. Okay, you can scoop up my scissors. Two. Not too bad. I think the fat ones don't have the curve either, so I was worried about how long this little curve would take. Can't quite get in there. These aren't the best. They're a little too firm. We'll do that long spot though. The next three should be quicker because they don't have all the curves. Okay, that's fine. Oh, actually, that one does. I lied. Not purposely. crazy about it. These don't fit my hand well. They're okay, but they're actually hard for me to hold. But the Tim Holtz ones, the blades are so fat, I can't get around the corners. It won't let me get in those little nooks. You need a little bit narrower blade for that. All right, these should be fairly easy. Of course, I didn't line them up. Well, considering it went faster than I thought it was gonna. And anybody watching the replay can just fast forward. If you're watching live, sorry. It is what it is. Now, the backs, oh, we got some flowers on that one. That's okay. All right, the backs look better. Roosters. Okay, now we're gonna ink them. What did I say I was gonna use? The scorched timber. Scorched timber it is. Yeah, that'll be better. And if you do want to journal on them, whoever gets it has that possibility. I know when I was journaling, I don't anymore really. I don't have anything to write about. But when I was, I liked little hidden kind of spots like that. Most of this doesn't really need a lot of ink. A little bit of white showing on these. Okay. Trying to go fast. Almost done. Not too bad, considering. What was that? 10 minutes maybe? I don't know. Didn't feel like it was too bad. Wasn't quite on the edge there. Okay, done and done. Now, poke holes in them. So these are pretty small. Should be able to just use my awl for these. I'm debating if I want a back on there. I probably don't need one. So I'm going to put these on the bottom and these on the top. Do we care which one is on the front? I think I want this white one on this one. Maybe this one. I think I like this one. for the bottom, so I'll do a different one on the front top. I guess the white one. Debating on which white one. I'll go with this one, I think. And then on the bottom I'll do, I kind of like the white ones. And I like that it's got like a little barn and everything too, although he's got a barn and silo. That way, or it's not like you won't be able to see them all later, but I'm just debating which ones I want on the top. I think I want the two white ones. Just be a little different. Okay, and you could also use your crocodile on the small setting. But I usually do better with the all, honestly, on a small piece like that. I don't know where my tiny block went. I just use the big block. Got a small one of these somewhere. Should be able to do all three at the same time. I think I'm going to ink it. Where's my ink? I just want a little tiny brush. Where are you? That should be small enough. Oh, that's big still. Hold on. I got one here somewhere. There it is. And then scorched timber. Sorry, I'm trying to do this with one hand so I won't move it. I'm going to throw some ink in there just to kind of camouflage it in case it shows. I think they're still together. Is that in the center? It's not. It's off to the right a little bit. So we're going to not center it. Hopefully this is in the right spot. I will find out in a second. It's not too bad. I could have even gone just a fraction more over, but that's good enough. The roosters, the brad is off to the. It's kind of like in this area instead of in the center, which isn't a huge deal or anything, but just have to kind of be aware of that. Get some more ink on here. Not that I said, like I said, you really can't see it too much. Let's see if I can figure out where this should be. Try to poke it just a little bit. Did it show? Did it show? I think I see it, but I'm not 100% sure. I think it's about here. Not too bad. Okay. I don't know if they look funny or not, having a rooster on top of the rooster, but I thought they were cute, so we're going to use them. All right. So, we want to figure out where we're going to put them exactly. So this one I think I'm going to put there. I think I'm going to leave space to put a word. Or something, I think. Should I leave the space in the middle? Or should I leave the space on the top? Maybe the middle, because we already have word up here. Maybe the middle. We'll leave it in the middle. Alright, so let's see if we can figure out where this brad pokes through. So I can kind of get it in the right spot. I'm going to try to just push it ever so slightly. See if it leaves a mark. Huh. Okay. Maybe not. So I'll try to lift it up and see if I can see. Yeah, I can do it that way. Alright, so that's going to go there. And this one, we'll just put it up near the top. a little bit. Actually, I might go a little further right. Is this one okay? I'm going to go just a fraction further right because I want it to come off the edge easier. Where's my eraser? So I don't get the wrong one. Okay, wait, don't even erase that because that would be asking too much. Not that it's a big deal, but... Alright, let's see. So this one, let's see where that hits. About there. So about there. Yeah, I think so. I hope so. I don't want to poke a whole bunch of holes in it. One, two. I'm not sure what we'll do with this side. We'll do something. All right, to cover up the brads and all that. All right, so that's going to go through like that. Should they still turn? Should they still separate? I think so. The rooster moves, but that's okay. So they still can come out. There's not a lot of access for writing. You can kind of only see that much of it, but I didn't want to pull it over anymore. So I think it's fine. Like I said, the person who gets it may not write on it anyway. It's just an option. So there's a little bit of room there. I think. What do you think? Is it a cute idea? Do you like it? I hope. How long this has been sitting out without its little lid on. Okay. All right, so we have our little rooster brads that can be turned, and then let's grab the rest of the signature. I can unbury it. I know which one it was in. Let's see. It was in this one, according to my. Okay, so somewhere here. This goes like this and like this. So it's a little flip out. I'm gonna put something here. I don't know what. I got 30 minutes. Maybe we can figure it out. I'm debating if it needs a ring. I think it'll be okay. I don't think it will tear the hole too much from moving it. I think it'll be all right. I don't have good hole protectors like that. I could make one, but I think that's cute though. Alright, so that'll be cute, and we can put something here to cover that up a little bit. And then a word here. Like I said, I don't know where my words are. It's so weird. I saw them. Well, I saw some, and I was kind of like, do I have them printed out already? I thought I did, but I don't know. I guess not. Do I have anything tall and long? Any magazine images? Short? No. 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 Nope. Cows? Nope. I think most of these are not vertical. No verticals. Anything vertical. I have that box, but it's too thick. I'm pretty sure it's too thick. Oh, I have just words. That might be a possibility. Girl, I really wish I knew where my other words were. Country life. Bags. Fussy cuts. Too many containers, guys. That's what happens. You start getting so much stuff built up. Let's see, I got another sticker sheet. Anything on here? This one's like more see-through. Oh, is he too big? It's a little too big. It's close. Keep it simple. I have just a hey y'all. I guess that could work. Just the hey y'all. No idea how well that'll stick. These are old. Well, I say old, they're kind of old. I also coated them with matte medium so they wouldn't be shiny. So they can be a little bit of a pain to get apart. Because the matte medium kind of goes over the edge a little bit. There. Did I get it? They feel pretty sticky. Alright, we'll do hey y'all. It's something. Color's okay. Alright, hey y'all it is. Is it somewhat straight? Somewhat straight. Alright. And then maybe just this. It's just farmhouse words. I'll have to see if I see a picture maybe. Maybe. I don't think I have anything else. I'm debating if I want to cover those or not. I'm half tempted to put a circle. They don't need to spin. If they don't spin, the rooster would stay in that direction. So I might rather them spin. That way the rooster stays with the cards. So if they need to spin, I don't want to glue them down per se. I could put a little, just a little circle over them. So they don't. It's probably too thick. I don't need that thick. What do you got that's somewhat thick but not super thick? Probably just some cardstock. Doesn't really, I don't think it matters what color. I don't think it'll show through. Yeah, I don't think it'll show through. Alright, let's just put a circle over them just to kind of protect them, I think. It's too big. Do it smaller. I don't want to go too small. No, I think that's the best size. The next one's too small. So if I do this, what I'm thinking is I can put the glue only on the edge of it, and then it'll still hopefully spin freely. That's what I think. So we're just going to put this over this thing. Same thing up here. I'm only doing it because once I glue this down, I have a feeling it's going to stop those brads from being able to spin as freely as I would like them to spin. Right, so about centered. That should be all right. I'll test it in a second. I think that's set up. So the idea is, yeah, so they can still spin freely that way. Give that one a second to set up. All right, and now I'll just glue to that and then just trim it off. I think I can still trim it. We'll make it flush on this side though, which this is obviously badly cut, so I'm going to try cutting it again. It's just fuzzy. Probably had a bad blade. All right. Let's see. I don't think I'm going to try to match that, so we'll just trim it after. Okay. Should be able to just use our glitter on this. Debating if I want to flip it this way. There's a lot of stuff in here. I really just need this one piece. Hold on. There. So not too close to my fold. So make sure it folds properly. Okay. Stay about not quite a 1/16 away from that fold. Just make sure that everything still folds properly. And we'll just trim that off. Could have done that first probably, but honestly I wasn't even thinking about what I was going to do, so. I might ink it. Stay on the edge. Try not to cut into my file folder. It's a little odd angle for me. All right, ink that up. Where's my ink? I don't know what I used on there. I think that was vintage. So everything looks nice and finished. There, that's not bad. Okay, that works. Alrighty. Back in. And let's see what we got. Alright, grab this thing back. There, that goes in there. That goes like that. I'm really thinking I need to trim that before I put something on it. just like these center 4 or so. It's really like these 4. I don't think there's any pockets there yet. There's the picture, but I don't think I'll destroy anything on it. I'm just going to trim this a little bit before I put something on it that I can't trim. Yeah, we're good so far. Ruler. Just needs a little bit off. Last one. Okay. There. That's better. Doesn't quite stick out so much now. I don't mind it sticking out a little bit, but it was sticking out a lot. All right, that's better. And then, where's the page? There it is. All right, so we got our roosters, our little farm scene. Cute. And they turn around. You can look at each one, see what's on it. Look at each one. Same thing here. Spin them out and look at them. So it's just a little interactive element. That's fun. All right, I did it. Made up something on winging it. You never know, guys. You never know what you're going to get. Hopefully that is cute and y'all like it. So we did that. Other than that, we just did like, you know, pocket things and backing, so nothing big. But that's cute. I think it's a cute page. Push that guy out. All right, and everything's covered and we're all good. So that's our live for today. I will be back. I don't even know what day it is, guys. Is it Monday? Yes, it's Monday. I will be back on Wednesday and we'll do some more. Okay, guys, thanks for watching. Remember, these are available on YouTube after the live, and all of the just the notes and stuff I used and disclosures and links and things like that will be on the YouTube description. Okay, it's the same as my Facebook. It's Alisas Art Room. It's easy to find. So thank you for watching. Y'all have a wonderful rest of your evening. I'll see you next time. All right, bye-bye.